Alright, so now that we have our data model designed and ready, it's time for us to recreate that data model which is on paper in our brand new Salesforce application. Let's take a quick look at our data model. We have 6 entities here: courses, students, instructors, departments, extracurricular activities, and enrollments. So for recreating this data model in Salesforce application, step 1 would be to create these objects in Salesforce. So the entities that we talk about gets created as objects in Salesforce. So first of all, we have to create all these entities with all these fields with the matching field types. Let's go one by one. First is the courses object. Let's pick this particular object and create it in Salesforce. So for creating this custom object, open the Salesforce application. This is the brand new Salesforce developer org that we created especially for this project. Go to Setup, search for objects. I'm very sure you guys have the expertise in creating these custom objects in Salesforce Classic, because we have already discussed in detail about creating custom objects in our basic admin certification course. However, this is just a quick recap. So hit the new custom object button. This opens up the page for creating the new custom object. So given all the details, I have filled in all the details now. The label, the plural, the description. Giving a description is a must. Any Salesforce component, any custom component that we create, having a description with that is a must and is mandatory, and is a recommended practice that we have in Salesforce. In fact, for that matter, I would say any ERP or CRM, it is always a recommended practice to attach a description to any component that is being created. That gives a good knowledge about that particular component to other team members as well. So given a meaningful description here, and let the standard field be a course name, and I am having the type as a text. It can be text or auto number, as we know, but here let me stick on with the text because I would like to have the course name here. For optional features, yes, reports, activities, tracking field history, allow in chatter groups optional, and then it is deployed. And let's also create a tab for this, because anyways we would need the courses object in the UI. So let me also create a tab for this particular custom object and hit the save button. So once done, it is like showing us the page for creating the custom tabs. So you can choose any custom tab style. Next, profiles. Let me just leave it with the defaults for now. Let me leave it with the defaults. Perfect. Now that our first custom object, that is the courses object, is created. And as we can see, this courses object is also available on the tabs because we created a custom tab for that as well. So this is the object definition page, custom object, courses, and this pretty much gives us an idea about the whole custom object, and this gives the details. The only standard field, that is a name field that we have, that is a text field. As of now, there are no custom fields, no relationships, no validation rules, no triggers. This is a pretty brand new custom object. Page layout, this is a standard layout that gets created for every object, and that is there. Search layout, pretty much everything is standard because this is the custom object that we just created and we haven't made any other modifications to that. Alright, so this is our first step and we have successfully completed that. What is that? Creating the custom object. Similarly, we are going to create all the other custom objects and associate them to the tabs so that we can see that in the UI. And not only that, we are going to create fields for every single object that we create and match it with that corresponding data type as per this particular data model that we have in place. Once we are done creating all these objects, fields, and with the related field types, we are also going to load some sample data so that we can have some data to play with the data, thereby learn the concepts. So now let's create the other 4 or even the 5th one, custom objects without the fields, and creating the fields with the separate field types we'll discuss in the forthcoming sessions. Thank you.